Weirdos!
Hi, Weirdos!
You are watching Keep It Weird,
Keep It
the
Weird.
podcast. It's our weekly video-sode, and guess what? It's almost Halloween!
Halloween decor, cause it's almost here. Almost here.
We're very excited.
If you couldn't tell.
If you couldn't tell.
I'm so happy.
I should give like a video tour of my apartment.
You really should. Because you posted pictures of your apartment and you did like that short video on Instagram, but it doesn't even do it justice.
Yeah.
You need like the full
I feel like
tour.
I need to give a tour and then explain how everything happened.
Yeah.
Because
the history of the story.
So I have a lot of just regular everyday decor that started as a Halloween decoration and just didn't get taken down.
It never got put away. I mean, yeah, her apartment is Halloween year-round, but now she just has some extra little goodies.
Yeah.
It's super creepy
like
and
this.
wonderful. Yeah.
I don't
Just
usually
add-
have sheets hanging
add some
from
sheets.
Welcome
to This Week in Weird!
This Week in Weird is our
It's
weekly
backwards, so I keep like
news story. Oh, yeah, it is hard. Yeah,
I'm like,
when you're
face. Oh, okay. What? Okay. I'm gonna set you up to the side. What?
We've been recording for a long time. We recorded a very long, extra special, 2-part Halloween episode. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's great.
So
Part 1 is a
excited.
little more fun than Part 2. But they're both really great.
A little dark.
It's a little dark and heavy, but it's great.
It's great. This Week in Weird is our weekly news segment where we bring you news stories from all over the world of weird stuff that's going on.
So enjoy.
Enjoy this news. Okay, so this is a little topical.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'm ready.
If you recall, this would be last week's episode, the secret societies.
Yes.
First of all, Skull and Bones following us on
I know,
Instagram.
but then I was so disappointed to find they were a store.
But still, I was like,
it was so
what?
Cool. I was flipping out like they're after us. They're listening.
Like
I knew it.
the week that we posted our Secret Societies episode where we talked about Skull and Bones as one of the secret societies and how like they kind of have their hands in everything and they're blah 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 blah.
And then they follow us on Instagram.
And I was like,
I had a full blown panic attack, and then I looked at their Instagram and was like, okay,
I was like, they sell
jewelry,
skulls
and bones,
okay,
but
that's fine. It's fine. So we talked about secret societies. We also talked about Jack the Ripper and the possible connections that he had to Freemasons.
Right.
Okay, so a diary was found. This was almost 25 years ago by a group of electrical workers in the floorboards of a mansion that belonged to James Maybrick, who Dakota talked about in the Secret Societies episode.
What?
The guy Dakota talked about last week who is suspected of being Jack the Ripper. In the diary, he describes the killing of 6 women, 5 in London and 1 in Manchester. The diary was 9,000 words and concluded itself by saying, "I give my name that all know of me, so history do tell what love can do to a gentleman born. Yours truly, Jack the Ripper."
Whoa! What on earth?
Researchers have been aware of this document since the 90s when it was discovered, but were hesitant to take it seriously. But Bruce Robinson, who Dakota also talked about last week, says he thinks he can now prove its authenticity. They were able to trace it back for sure to Maybrick's former home in Liverpool.
Oh, shoot. So it's legit.
Yeah. So, and this is crazy. This is important to note. Maybrick died in 1889, 1 year after the last confirmed murder that was attributed to Jack the Ripper. And then silence. They never heard from him again. No letters, no murders. Coincidence?
This is so exciting.
He died suddenly and suspiciously. It turned out he was poisoned by arsenic. His wife was actually sentenced to death, but then ended up getting life in prison, but then ended up being released, although it was kind of sad. She was never able to see her children again, so that was sad. But
that was very sad.
And, okay, at one of the murders, F. M was written on the wall, and people are thinking maybe it stood for Florence Maybrick, and that part of his motives revolved around his wife's infidelities, which would make sense after he said in I Give My Name, that history would tell what love can do to a gentleman born. So, in love with his wife, she cheats on him, he takes it out on prostitutes. I don't know.
It's basically like saying a man scorned. Like we have the woman scorned.
So, also, this is kind of a fun thing. Maybe she knew he was Jack the Ripper and slowly poisoned him until he died. So maybe she's a fucking hero.
Right. She's like, hey, people, he's going to keep murdering. Let me put a stop to it.
This is so exciting. Also, so I was reading James Maybrick's Wikipedia page, and I found this interesting little tidbit. In June 1993, a pocket watch was given to a doctor at the University of Manchester Institute of Science and Technology to examine that had J. Maybrick scratched on the inside cover along with the words, I am Jack.
Whoa.
So,
pretty crazy.
I know. So that's nuts. Hold on. I lost my... This has been happening all day.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Because
her notes are all over the place.
All my notes. Okay, so
lots to say.
That's all from the Halloween episode, not from This Week in Weird. This is not a 2-hour This Week in Weird episode.
We would never do that to you.
So the doctor found out that when it comes to the age of the pocket watch, it was authentic. So the engravings predate the scratch marks, which tells you that someone didn't find an old watch and then scratch it in and be like, it was Jack the Ripper.
Right.
It could have been aged artificially, but that would have been an insanely complex process to be able to do it and keep the engravings the way that they were. So then a year later, in 1994, the watch was taken to Bristol University and studied using an electron spectroscopy.
Sure. I'll believe it.
That's a thing, which sounds super fancy and sciencey. And he confirmed that it would seem that the engravings were at least 80 years old. So 1990, 80 years old. That makes sense. If not older. And that in his opinion, quote, it is unlikely that anyone would have sufficient expertise to implant aged brass particles into the base of the engravings.
Okay.
So it's proven even more authentic.
Right.
The watch is authentic. The engravings are authentic, but there's still no proof that the watch actually belonged to James Maybrick. Although the evidence does seem to be piling up on old Jackie boy.
Sure does. Oh my gosh, and how perfect after Secret Society.
I
like, this was the stuff we wanted to know more about.
I was actually at work, and my coworker, who, the man that I share an office with, found out that, like, I do this podcast, so now he reads the news all the time, and he will bring me stuff. He'll be like, did you hear about the guy who claimed he was a time traveler? Did you hear about that guy? Mm-hmm. It's pretty crazy. So, did you hear about that? And I was like, no, and I'd have to Google it. And then he came up, he's like, did you hear that they found Jack the Ripper's diary? And I was like, no, and I had to Google
it. That's everything I want to know.
Yeah.
I feel like
so the new job's working out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that he's so devoted to that now. These are the people we need in our lives.
These are the people we need. Send us links.
Send us stuff.
Anyway, so that's exciting.
That's very exciting. What's so funny is when you were telling that story and you said the part about FM, Florence Maybrick, and I, like, made a sound when you first said FM. To me, I was like, Freemason!
Oh! Wait, though.
I'm just saying. But, I mean, probably
maybe
not. But it's just funny that that's why I made the sound. I was like, Freemason. Then you're like, Florence Maybrick. And I was like, yeah.
His wife's name that I never mentioned before this moment.
Thinking about. Yeah. So anyway. This was just kind of like a fun story that happened on Friday the 13th. Just like how this all worked out together. On just this past October 13th, Friday the 13th.
What a great day.
A Finnair flight took off that Friday morning, and the flight number was 666, and it was taking off to Helsinki, which those airport letters are HEL. So everyone was looking at it as on Friday the 13th, flight 666 flew to hell, which I just thought was hilarious. The flight departed at 1:18 p.m. local time from Copenhagen, Denmark, and landed at 3:53 at Finland's Helsinki airport, which has a 3-letter airport code of HEL. An airline spokesman said Flight 666 has been making this flight for 11 years, and 21 of those trips have been on various Fridays of the 13th. I don't know how you say that plural. Friday the 13th. One of those. The airline said the perceived unluckiness of the date, combined with the number 666 and the hell destination, has not appeared to have any effect on the airline or any of its passengers, so it has safely made it every single time, which I would never board that flight.
I feel like I would board that flight because I'd be like, if any plane's going down, it's not going to be this one, because that would just be
that'd be too much. And I wonder if, like, the tickets are cheaper, so you might want to hop on that one. It's like, if everyone else is terrified.
Yeah, that's like how some hotels, if they have a 13th floor, sometimes the rooms are cheaper.
That's so true.
Or if someone gets murdered there.
It's fine. And then the final statement of this news story is actually pretty sad, because I think this is, like, so fun that this exists. That was the final flight of 666 to make a trip on Friday the 13th to hell, or to anywhere, because they have decided to reorder the flight data, causing this flight to be numbered 954 from here on out, which is a super boring number. So that was its final flight, guys.
But
history.
If you take 5 plus 4, that equals 9. Minus 3, 6.
I was trying to say it with you, like we were discovering it, and like it was a thing. Anyways,
that's insane.
I know, it's crazy. I just think it's so funny that happened.
I think that they should paint that plane to look like a monster.
Yes. Ooh. There should be like devil horns
bat,
or something.
Like bat out of hell.
Bat out of hell.
Yes.
Just to be like, we're headed to hell on flight 666. Like, that's so funny. I enjoyed that a lot.
Oh man, if I was a flight attendant on that flight, I would milk that cow.
Oh, hell yeah. I would hope that the stewardesses, like, had some fun with it on the speaker and were like, we're headed to hell today on flight 666.
They came out and they're like, ha 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 ha!
Happy Friday the 13th! Out of the curtain from first class, just like...
With, like, a red light shining on their face.
Here's Johnny! Or just, like, something awful.
Here's... Cecilia!
Corinne. I don't know.
Corinne.
Sad that flight's not happening anymore. I feel like that would have been fun for us to hop on and, like...
For sure.
Record an episode. I don't know.
On the plane. That would have been really fun for you guys to listen to, because you hear enough planes here.
I know. And, like, it's so loud on planes with the air blowing out. We'd be like,
God.
What? Did you order? Order the Bloody Mary? I would just, I don't know why that would be a statement from us, but I've gotten Bloody Marys on planes, though, so it's not that far-fetched. Continue with your story.
So this is, I just wrote this note because I was like, really? So I was looking for This Week in Weird Stories, and I did find an article while I was looking entitled, Eating Too Much Halloween Candy Could Lead to Tooth Decay. And I was like, we know that.
Yep, heard about it.
We have known that since like 1804, when they found out
it's been a thing. It's been a thing.
Cause tooth decay. Is this internet article from 1804?
Is it?
Why?
Could it be?
Anyway, so... This one's just a little baby story. It's just an interesting little factoid. Halloween spending is at an all-time high. They are projecting that America will spend $9.1 billion on Halloween this year. Jeez. Costumes, candy, decorations, etc. That doesn't include liquor sales, food sales, and those of us who make our own costumes instead of buying packaged ones, which... you should all do.
Mm-hmm. I haven't bought a packaged costume in so long. I usually use Goodwill and scissors to make my costumes. Because I'm not crafty, so I can't make, like, as cool of costumes as Ashley, but I still make mine every year. I just, like,
they look great.
Throw random things together.
Yeah. Miss the match.
Miss the match.
So who knows how much is actually being spent on Halloween.
Me and Ashley spend about half of that.
Yeah,
just if you were wondering.
Half of it is us.
It's just us two.
They're also saying that 9.1 billion may be a smaller number than it would be if Halloween was on a weekend this year. It's on a Tuesday.
I know, kind of.
And I have a wedding to go to, but guess what? I'm
so
excited.
It's a good wedding. Because you get to wear a
costume. Halloween wedding.
So genius.
Halloween is back, baby! Sorry, I scared you. It's back! I don't think it ever left. But if it did, it's back.
It never left. But it's back!
It's back.
That's the Mario Kart song when you get a star.
Yeah.
I just realized.
That's also the song that I sing when it is time for...
Tinkling?
What?
I don't know. I couldn't tell where you were going. Finish.
Is it time?
Oh, for Lauren's Derp Corner! See, it's a little different.
It is a little bit different, but not much.
This is like half Derp Corner, but also like sciencey and kind of cool, but fun.
Cool.
That's my description
of
what you're about to hear. A chocolate tea cake has been launched into space from Glasgow as part of an experiment to spark people's imagination about science.
I don't think you need to spark anyone's imagination about science. Science is the coolest thing.
I know, it's already really cool. But hey, let's send a tea cake into space. Terry, a tea cake. The tea cake has a name, Terry. Terry the tea cake is made of marshmallow and chocolate and was lifted into the atmosphere and reached a peak altitude of 37,007 meters, which I should have put into something that I understand because I don't know meters, but it sounds like a lot.
Googly eyes on Terry?
I don't know. Wait, let's keep reading. I don't know if that's part. I don't think it is, but they missed out.
They missed their opportunity.
They witnessed the tea cake gliding over the curve of planet Earth, the sun peeking from the darkness of space before falling back through the atmosphere. Terry had a really fun ride. It landed in a tree in Galloway Forest Park and described as pretty intact on impact. So it stayed together, which is fun.
Well, Terry survived.
Terry the tea cake. The tea cake was attached to a weather balloon for its journey, which was made possible by the Glasgow Science Centre. A representative from the Science Centre said, "We are delighted by how many people joined us at the center and online to watch Terry's space adventure. We engage people with space science every day, and we thought, what better way to spark people's imaginations and interest in science than for us to launch something into space ourselves? To demonstrate the conditions of outer space, scientists subjected tea cakes to several training exercises.
Yeah,
they had to go through all kinds of things back in the lab. The delicious marshmallow snack was placed in liquid nitrogen to simulate freezing temperatures and kept in an airless jar similar to a low-pressure, high-altitude environment, and then melted with a blowtorch. So they put it through everything before its flight.
Yeah, he went through a lot.
Glasgow Science Centre described the variety of tea cake as Scotland's favourite snack, which is why they used it and thought it would attract attention. That good old tea cake.
And no googly eyes to speak of.
No.
Way to go, Glasgow.
No googly eyes. I just love the way this article describes it. It's as if, like, a human went up. They're like, it's journey wrapped around special. Earth. Like, it says it went on its... It said Terry was launched for its first solo flight on Friday at lunchtime.
Oh my
and
God.
Just, like, the way they're describing it.
What if there was just, like, multiple UFO sightings that day, and then this is just the cover-up story? They're like, no, actually, we launched a tea cake into space with a weather balloon.
37,000 meters is probably a lot, right? I don't know meters. But that's a high number.
It's high.
I know
meters
science.
Meters are longer, more than feet.
All right, then.
So
it's got to be a lot.
A meter. So here's the thing about a meter.
Tell me.
A meter is like 3 feet. A meter is exactly 3 feet.
It is?
And a yard is like 3-ish feet.
Okay.
Which is like, why wouldn't you just make a yard exactly 3 feet?
Right.
Or wait, is it the other way around? It might be the other way around. A yard is exactly 3 feet and a meter is like 3-ish.
That might be right. Sure. Anyway.
Anywho.
Terry the tea cake.
Oh gosh, my skull. So I just have one more little quick one. It's not even a news story. It's just kind of annoying.
Oh, no.
This is probably happening in cities all over the country because Americans are so freaking stupid. So, in Bothell, Washington, I don't know. Washington, police are urging the public to please stop calling 911 to report that Facebook is down.
No, this isn't real. I won't believe it. I won't accept it.
Apparently, they get all kinds of calls from panicked individuals who are unable to access their Facebook accounts. Bothell police tweeted last week, "We will move mountains to help those in our community. However, we can't fix Facebook, so please don't call 911 to let us know that it's down."
Oh my golly gosh.
America, God shed your grace on thee.
We don't know the words.
We're the same person.
We are, like, our hands went up at the same time, and it was the same hand, and, like...
We're the same person, except she has a tan.
It's fake, though. I was in a wedding.
I've never.
I would look like you. When this washes away, I'll look like you.
You're Irish. I'm Italian.
Yeah, it should be reversed.
This is...
Or is she a vampire?
Or am I a vampire? Have you ever seen me during the day?
I don't know what it was.
That's your
I'm
vampire
losing my mind.
Here's the thing.
They could look like that.
We are very tired.
I'm so sleepy.
I know that we say that
I'm
every
so
week.
tired. But you don't understand. We always record these at the very end of the day when we have nothing left to give. That's why I look like this. I need to wash my hair. We wanted to be pretty for you once upon a time, but we've completely given up. Accept us for who we are.
For who we are as people and women. Okay, that's all that we have this week. Listen to our 2-part Halloween extravaganza. But before that, listen to our Family Affair episode, which is probably released yesterday. If I'm on track. If
timing is right.
I get this released on Saturday. I was going to say have a happy Halloween, but we're going to have one more
right.
next week where we'll say have a happy Halloween. So, have a happy week before
Halloween. Like, good luck with your costume. Good luck with your decor.
Start sewing if you haven't already.
Yeah.
There's a cat using the litter box right now.
There's a cat making some noise. Feed your cat. Change its litter box if you need
litter
to.
Box.
Do some of our Halloween challenge and send us your pics.
Yes. It's a lot of fun. We're doing it. You should do it too. Ding.
Bye.
Bye. Keep it weird.
Keep it weird.